first thing that ran through your mind when you found out you were coming back to the Sounders?
Just thinking that I thought I had the record at 3 and now 4. I think I definitely hold it for a while, going back to the same club. But my wife was already out here, so it really is like coming home when she was just on vacation. But yeah, getting to see my son again and coming here is awesome.
So what's that conversation like with DC when you, I don't know, how did that all go down?
Crazy quick. They were trying to sign somebody and needed cap space, so obviously they were making a lot of moves, and so it was I don't know. I mean, Seattle had been in talks with them before, but there weren't really any concrete things, and then this was an opportunity for me to come home for a little bit and get some good training sessions in and figure things out. And so yeah, I think it works out for everybody. I can come in and whether I make an impact on the field, I definitely will on the practice field, and I think they brought me in. I'm familiar with the organization, with the players, with the coaches, and so it just made sense for this time for everybody.
3 weeks ago, you got an ovation when you subbed on here playing for another team. What did that at all run through your mind when you found out you were going to be coming back? Just that feeling?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd never played at CenturyLink, being on the opposite team before, so I wasn't sure what kind of reception I was going to get. But obviously, I was pleasantly surprised with what happened. In the moment, I was more thinking of a little differently, like what is going on with my team right now. But yeah, it was a great feeling to have that reception, and I loved every bit of it. And so to come back is pretty awesome. So maybe I'll get another one the next time around.
What's your earliest memory of working with Schmitzer?
Actually, I think I came and trained with them when I was in college. Darren Sawatsky was my high school coach, so I had the relationship with Schmitzer through that. Came and trained. Actually, when Sebastian Letou was on trial, I remember that, him coming in, not speaking English, and I think that was my first experience with Schmitzer. He was very calm, didn't talk that much, like kind of just very observant, and that was my experience with him as a head coach. And so obviously our relationship has changed over the years. He was assistant coach, I've been in and out, but knowing him for a long time, this is a great opportunity for me.
You happen to remember what year that was? Was that like 2006, 2007?
Yeah, had to have been. Yeah, when Seba was coming into the team, yeah.
Different coaches, but kind of almost a different regime. But what are some of your first impressions of this team after your first practice?
I'm very fine-tuned from the staff. The composure and the training session, everything is kind of organized very well. It's pretty meticulous. There's a full thought from the start to finish. So that's nice coming in as a player, trying to get sharp and stuff like that. To have that kind of direction, it makes it easier than just trying to figure it out yourself. So very impressed with the guys that have come in since I've been away. I played with a couple of them, so I definitely have a relationship with those guys. So it's nice to see them kind of fitting in so well.
Have you had any tactical discussions with Schmitzer yet, or is that too early?
Oh no, I got in last night, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing yet.
You said you worked with Schmitzer before when you came in, to practice with them. But is it weird to come here and play for the team without Ziggy as the head coach?
A little bit, but I mean, Schmitzer is, kind of Seattle soccer, so I think that was a great fit. Obviously, it was a great fit. He came in and did the job, better than anybody could have done. So it is weird not seeing Ziggy here, I guess, because the 3 times I did before, he was the head man. But it's fitting to have Schmitzer here as well.
What was it like last year watching the Sounders win the MLS Cup? And then is that, now that you've moved back here, have you had time to think about, okay, let's do it again so I can be a part of it?
Not really. I mean, watching it, obviously, we were struggling to make playoffs, and you guys, Sounders, were too, so we were in the same position. Both had a push, but your guys' push went way further than ours. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I still know a bunch of players on this team. Obviously, I've had a few stints, so I have known some of these guys for a long time, so it's always good to see that kind of success with anybody, especially for this club and the fans and stuff like that. As much as everybody puts it in, they definitely deserve it. So obviously I want to win another one. If I can help out in any way, I'm more than happy to. But I think definitely this team, obviously they did it last year and they're only getting better. So obviously they have a chance at it.
See, you got 27 again. Was that important at all, or was that like just lucky that it happened to be available and you?
Lucky that it happened to be available. I think Meredith would call me and was like 27, or text me, said 27 is mine, and then with a bunch of dollar signs. And I told him I'd take him to breakfast. I don't even know if it was his number. He was just trying to get money out of me. But Nolan just texted me, asked if 27 was cool. I'm sure they still had the nameplate and stuff like that. No reason to get rid of it. Yeah, so that's cool to come back, and this is the number I started with, and I've always had ever since I've been here. I signed 13 on somebody's ball over there, the first one, but I'll get it back.
Does it feel though that, does it feel like you just kind of step right back in and it feels the same, or is there a surrealness to this?
It's definitely different. I mean, it happened so quick. I got in last night, so this is definitely still kind of a weird feeling. You got the surrealness for sure. So it'll definitely take some getting used to. There are, some guys that I played with, but there are a lot of guys that I haven't played with and, need to get used to and get to know. And also, I've known the coaching staff as players and not really as coaches, so that'll be another thing. Well, I guess just Gonzo. But,
so
yeah.
I'm guessing you know Christian and Jordan from when they were in a kind of different place in their careers.
Yeah.
Is it kind of interesting to see guys that you remember as being kind of like the kids that would come train with you guys versus kind of
superstars?
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome to see that. I've always loved to see, the progress of people's careers, and for them to shoot up like this is deserving. The kids work hard, and not to mention their work ethic and their skill, but just great people. I don't think a better couple people could be doing so well right now, with Jordan Viscassess and Christian coming up and doing amazing in the position he's been put in.
Just for background, can you give us an idea of was it your phone rang Sunday night and they said, hey, we're going to trade you to Seattle?
I can't remember the exact day, but there was I got a couple phone calls saying that there's a possibility here and there. I know DC was trying to make moves, and so they weren't really sure. Nothing was concrete until a couple days ago. I found out, the day before they announced it, and even then, up until the paperwork came through, it was an unsure thing. DC made a lot of changes these past couple days, so everything was really fluid for me.
Was Seattle the only team? You don't have to name it. Was Seattle the only team in play, or were there others?
No, I think there was others. I'm not particularly sure, but like I said, DC was trying to figure something out. So I know Seattle was one of them. So because Seattle was one of them, if I wanted it, then I had to say right now, okay, go to Seattle. So I mean, my family was already here. I'm in a particularly different situation. So yeah, this made sense for right now, for sure.